Alright, another episode of the Intimidation Factor with your host, Tim. It's going to be a busy day today. It's Labor Day long weekend. It's actually Tuesday. It's after the whole weekend's done. I had lots of family up. We had a good time. We had some fun. So I didn't really film fuck all. I did some work on my Jeep. I'll show it to you when we get to it. I'm going to do a brake job for the neighbor's van today. So I'll probably record that. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll show you the whole replacement process. I've got some more shit back there. I'm just running home from town there. That in the back there is a little mini torch and some DEF. Well, it's actually just a torch. DEF is in the box of the truck because I gotta fill up the DEF in the truck. Look at that. Exhaust fluid range fucking just changed. It was like 940 some clicks or something. So I got lots of work to do today. I got some coilovers from my other neighbor there for the rear shocks on the Jeep. They're pretty fucking big. It's gonna be, you know what? It's fucking sick looking. Like right now, it just has the stock tires still that I had. I'm gonna take the ones off my mudder and throw them on there probably someday. But anyway, I'm gonna stop recording and rambling on like a motherfucker, and I'll show you what I'm doing when I get home. Okay, we got the van over here. I'm just gonna pull this tire off and start busting some brakes. How you doing? Alright, there's the brakes. They're wore out. On the other side there, I had already inspected these. On the other side here, they're kind of worn, and actually, you know what, I'll just show you. They're kind of worn looking. I don't know if you can tell back there. I don't know if you can tell. You can see the accrement of the groove in there. And the pads are wore right out. So I'll get everything ready back here. I'll get everything ready to get this job underway, and I'll show you that. Okay, so I slacked off these bolts back here. There's two bolts in the very back, and they are a 12 millimeter. 12 millimeter. So I'll just pull this caliper off. I'm not going to be replacing the caliper. The calipers are still good. I'll just be replacing the pads and the rotors. Personally, I don't like doing rotor or calipers because you got to bleed them after. If you do it this way, you don't got to bleed them. That's just me. So I quite like this. Sometimes they don't come off that easy, especially here in Canada where shit's rusty. Oh, these pads are gonna give me a hard time. Gotta get some more tool. I just tried cracking the nuts on the back here. I'm gonna take this piece off next, seeing as I have to replace the rotor here, which is trapped in by this. So fuck off, B. I'm gonna turn it and take the impact to it because there's so much room back here. Why would you try to do it by hand? Let's do that. I had also put a little bit of that schmig on the back there that loosens nuts easier and fucks off with the rust and different things. So let's pull these off. Where did my big socket go? Where did my big socket go? Oh, it's right on the wrench still. Fuck, sometimes I tell you. Fuck, power tools make life easy sometimes. Right on. Came right out. So as you can tell, them pads are fucking wore right out. Them pads are just fucking done like dinner. Oh, that seems to be on there. So I'll wire this up, hold it up somehow, grab some more tools. Alright, so I couldn't find my mini sledge there. What do you do? So I'm going to grab the tie to tie this up to make sure it doesn't fall when I'm hitting this. This is seized on right now, so I'm going to have to hit it with something. I got a hammer and an axe here, so I should make something work. I'll just mention too that I had to change. It's a hot day today. I didn't expect it to be so nice actually. It's been raining all week. Watch your ears. Well, that ain't gonna do it. Let's try the axe. I don't think there's any other component holding that on there. Usually they just fit right on. There we go. Alright, now everything is completely apart. Everything's completely apart. I got the parts in the back door here, so I'm just going to grab those. So I've ran into an issue. I don't know if you can tell or not, and if you can't, you probably shouldn't be doing a brake job. But those are the wrong pads. These are clearly the new ones, those are clearly the old ones. But they're different. They don't even have the same fucking guys on them, like... You know what I mean? Like, they're different, you know? What the fuck? So, I'm gonna go talk to the neighbor, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so an hour later, I got the right brake pads finally. I had to go back into town there with the owner of the van. So she bought the right stuff. Made sure to take me, so we got the right thing this time. So, this here has little sliders in here that I'm gonna replace with the new ones, because I like to do a good job. They should come with these here sliders. Should also come with this here little packet of grease for the sliders. So I'll show you how to replace that. Pretty much all you got to do is take a screwdriver to these and pry them out. And they got these little tabs right here that you're going to have to hammer in with the new ones. So I'll show you that as soon as I get these out. Got the sliders in. You got to kind of hammer them in lightly and tap them into place. And they're a little bit of a pain, but you know, if you're smart, you can get them in. So I'm going to go ahead and put the new pads in now. You got to make sure you get these right. They have a way of going in, a special way of going in, or a certain direction of going in. I'm kind of wondering, there's probably a right and a left. Smart to look which way was right and which way was left. Well, before I was rudely interrupted by that phone call that did me no good, because that place I was trying to get parts from for this Jeep that I'm recording off of behind me here, they can't. They just can't. So anyway, like I was saying, would have been smart to see which way these came off, but seeing as I'm smarter than the average bear, this one is different than the other one, and it's more worn out on the back, on the pad, and that was the back side of the rotor. So that would tell me that this one with the little guy is the front side of the rotor, and this one's the fucking back. So this is the front side of the rotor. This goes on like that. And this goes on like that. Let's try to get her in. This isn't always the easiest part. Come on. There we go. That one's in. Oh fuck, it slipped out of the back. Son of a bitch. What the heck's going on? Something's wrong here. Something's wrong. What's going on? Great, that won't stay in there anymore. Give that a little tippy tappy. Another one. There you have it. I don't know how in the world I pulled it off, but this slider seemed to move. I have to investigate it. Oh yeah. Okay, well I got it in, I just had to put it in the other way, it was being a pain in the bum. So anyway, there's a little bit of grease back in here, I just dabbed in a little bit of grease that comes with it out of that little package. I'll put this back in. torque those up after. Actually, let's give them the Gundy now. Okay, so from here, you're gonna need one of these C-clamps, or whatever the fuck they are. What you're gonna want to do is, oh, look at that bee trying to get up all in my shit. Get out of here. Fuck off. Fuck off. Anyway, see how this is pushed out here? You're never ever gonna get that over this, because it's too big now. Everything was worn out before. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is get the camera set back up over here somewhere, some way or another. I'm gonna take this and compress it. Okay. So as you can see here, that's compressed right in now. And in theory, it should slide right over our new brake and rotor system. Like a glove. Like an OEM glove. Oh, come on. Maybe it just needs half at a time or something. Come on, you fucking bitch, get in there. There you go. Now it grabbed. Okay, so we're going to grab our 12mm socket again. Switch the wrench. And go ahead and tighten these ones up. Just went ahead and snugged the top one, and then now I'm going to go ahead and fully tighten up the bottom one so that they're lined up right. This one went in a lot easier on the bottom than it did on the top. Okay, and that is actually pretty much it. You know, one thing I could have done differently is there's little rubbers in here that have grease in them. But I popped them out and there's tons of grease in there still, so you know what, they're good. If they were dry and the rubbers were cracking or anything, I would have replaced the rubbers and I also would have greased them up. So that's just something to look out for. When I do the other side, I'm not going to show you what I did. I'm not going to show you this process again on the other side, but I will show you what I'm talking about with these little rubbers when I get to the other side. So that is how you replace brakes on a minivan. So like I was saying, these guys here, they just pop out. Usually I got two hands. Come on, you fucking prick. Okay, this piece here pops out like that. And this one's got a fair bit of grease on it. Actually, like this one I put some in because it was a little dry. It just goes back like that. So that's a good little note. Make sure those are nice and greased up. So got the van done. It'll start here. Should start. Friggin' Dodge product. I don't know nothing about Dodges. Pump the brakes a couple times here just to get the fluid all pushed back and get everything tight again. I didn't replace the caliper, so I'm not going to bleed it because that'd be just a waste. Waste of time and waste of fucking brake fluid. Show you the wheels turned here. Oh, that's right, I put the park brake on. What the fuck is that? There we go. You can see Grandpa in the back there. He looks like a mill employee. He's moving wood side to side there. I was gonna take this thing for a little rip. Make sure everything's good, everything's tight, everything's right, and I'll see if I can't record a brake test. Okay, let's do a 60 brake stop here from just before the pavement ends here. Holy fuck, that stopped quick. Okay. Try that on the gravel. Sixty gravel. Still stop pretty quick. Well, let's find a clear spot on the highway and try 100 stop. Alright, I'm out at the highway now. Let's see, anybody coming? Oh, there's one car coming in the distance. One car coming in the distance. Or is that a truck? Is that a truck? It's a truck. It's a Dodge. Another Dodge. Fuck sakes. Fucking Dodges. Okay. Come on. Hammer down big time, hammer down big time. I want to test these brakes. Fucking Dodges. Chevy coming the other way. Alright, here. Give her the Gundy. Get her up to 100. No one coming behind us. Almost there. 100. Holy fuck. Oh yeah, fucking rights. Smell those brakes burning a little bit. That's alright. They're brand fucking new, so they should be working a little bit.